Hello, it's Miriam from Tarotscopes here at Blind Forest Books in Sackville, New Brunswick. And today I am doing a reading on how to return to center. We've had a big week astrologically with a lot of changes, especially to do with Mercury energy. So changing your mind about things, settling your mind on things. And so this reading is going to look at how to reclaim your energy and maintain it moving forward. So the decks I'm using today are Ascended Masters Oracle cards, Keepers of the Light Oracle, the Isis Oracle, and the Small Thoth. Yay. So let's get right into it with the shadow cards representing the energy bringing you to the reading. So the first one is High Priestess. So you have come through a time where you've been, receiving tons of intuitive downloads. And you have been listening to your intuition and allowing yourself to be guided by it in an important way. So the next shadow card is Yoga, Babaji. So whether or not you actually do yoga, what this card refers to more than anything is your favorite way of grounding yourself, uniting your mind and your body. Bringing your energy together in a way that helps you, again, stay centered, like the ultimate return to center card. So our next shadow card is Green Terra, Supreme Protection. So it says, you are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. So part of that really important intuitive hit was realizing that, you are on the right track. You do know what you want for yourself, and you are ready to pass through this important and very beautiful gateway towards accessing that for yourself. All this green and Green Terra energy shows that, your heart is fully open, and you are so close to feeling more ready than ever to acting on what you know needs to be done to maintain your center. Yay. So our final shadow card is the Ten of Swords. So you've also come through a time where you are probably continuing to flirt with the patterns that you know you're ready to break. The key word on the Thoth Ten of Swords is ruin, and it's ruled by the energy of the sun in Gemini. So you are really aware, quite specifically, of a communication pattern that needs to be broken. Probably something to do with something very sort of combative, but you are aware that you're pretty much beating a dead horse with this. Your message is not getting through in the way that you're trying to present it, but the energy surrounding you shifting out of that is very much protected. Even though you've been continuing to do this pattern, you know what needs to shift surrounding it, and you are very ready to make that shift for yourself. Yay. So let's start with our oracle cards for the main reading. So the first one is Crystals, Epona. I love that. She's riding a unicorn, and horses in tarot and oracle are very much a symbol of spirituality, but also the divine feminine. So even though the keyword is crystals, that kind of reminds me that spirituality doesn't have to mean church or even religion. It can be whatever speaks to your soul. So if that's just holding rocks, maybe that is your grounding practice. Maybe that is what works for you spiritually. So right now you are really ready to explore what works for you in that department. So our next oracle card is Divine Sisterhood. Beautiful. And that is so consistent with the recent thread through these readings for the collective of really returning to feminine energy. Really realizing that community is important, and it's such an important time to seek support from like-minded individuals. And community of the spiritual sisters and brothers of the light. So divine feminine doesn't have to mean just women, but this is really a time where a lot of people are awakening to the need for gentleness, kindness. And this card really shows that a big part of returning to center is, again, connecting with community and realizing that there are like-minded people who, want to share energy with you and support you in your goals. Beautiful. Yay. So Our final oracle card in the main reading is Mercury, open communication. And I was talking about communication with that 10 of Swords, because yeah, this is really an important time to release not only anger, but just general blockages, maybe not sharing your truth out of fear. But that's going to be such an important part of recentering, is trusting that, yeah, you have a voice, you have something important to share, and you're coming up on a time where it's going to be really important to share your experience. So our main reading, the first card identifies what the root of the disconnect from center that you're feeling is. And it's the Three of Wands reversed. The key word on the top Three of Wands is virtue. So yeah, again, feeling a bit of a disconnect from expressing your truth. The Three of Wands is ruled by the Sun in Aries. So again, anger has been a major blockage lately. But this has gotten you into an important place of realizing that you are where you need to be, and you are sort of at the gateway towards finding the balance that you need where it comes to expressing yourself clearly and effectively. Yay. So, yes. How can you return to center? And we have the Emperor reversed, which is ruled by Aries energy. So again, listen to yourself, that you are really ready to find a kinder, a gentler, a more true to your own nature way of, true to your own nature way of expressing yourself. Wow. So you're ready to release control in another important way. So again, you're ready to put down your shields, put down your weapons, and find your flow again. Beautiful. The Emperor reverse is pointing back at Empress energy. So again, that thread of the divine feminine is repeated here. We are all ready for a much more nurturing, much kinder, much more compassionate way of living and being. And so, what block must you learn to continually push through in order to maintain your center? And we have the Prince of Swords, which is actually the Knight of Swords in the top deck. And yeah, for me, the Knight of Swords is the card of getting out of your own way. So the major block that you will always have to push through is just acting on your ideas. Acting on what you know needs to be done in order to establish better patterns of thought and action. And yeah, I love that the Knight of Swords is actually so green in this deck, because yeah, your heart is totally open to the new patterns that you want to be establishing. And it's basically about giving yourself permission to act on doing exactly what you know needs to be done. Take it from me. So, what truth can support and guide you forward? And we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So yeah, basically you powerfully knowing that you're not exactly where you need to be in terms of being grounded. You know that your energy and your foundation can use some nurturing, but you are ready to put that work in. The Nine of Pentacles, or coins in the top deck, is ruled by Venus in Virgo. So yeah, your heart is ready to sort out your life. There are some changes that need to be made in order to really free up your energy to completely pour it in that direction. But again, you are ready to put the work in to get yourself towards feeling much more independent and much more just healthy in your home situation, your material situation, and again, your sense of personal groundedness. Lovely. So, what's your best advice for maintaining your center? And we have the Ace of Cups reversed. So really listen to what has been draining you. And the Ace of Cups points back to the Ten of Cups energy. So yeah, listen to what's been draining you, but also hold your vision for what like a totally happy, totally emotionally satisfying life looks like for you. Because what you are pouring out at present and what is causing up all these emotional stirrings that maybe have you feeling disconnected from your center are steering you powerfully into the direction of what you actually want for yourself. So that's why it's so important to let go when it's like really obvious that something's not working for you. And kind of now is the time. Like your emotions are pushing you in this direction for a reason. And we actually had a jumper card, the High Priestess, which is the card of the intuition. So you can really trust yourself. You can really trust these persistent messages that keep popping into your head whenever you're in these sort of communication conflicts. You're on the right track. And you are really approaching the gateway moment where your intuition will be able to take the lead in a very powerful way. So let's look at the higher self cards, our message of hope moving forward. So from the Isis Oracle, we have Queen of Heaven. Look at her. Blessing from the divine Empress of the skies. And I love that the focal point of the reading was the Emperor reversed, pointing back at Empress energy. So here she is, loud and clear. And what a beautiful contrast, because Isis is like the sort of Mother Mary of Egyptian spirituality. And we have Mother Mary. Mother Mary, nurture yourself. So that is such a strong thread in this reading too, because yeah, you're aware that you've been emotionally drained. You're aware that you need to return to center. And honestly, all you need to do that is do what it takes to nurture yourself. Whatever works for you, whether it's crystals, whether it's yoga, you know what has worked for you in the past, and you're really ready to bring that forward again so that you can ground yourself for the future. Because yeah, a lot of astrologers have been saying that Virgo season may be the last like semi-normal time for a while, because yeah, all kinds of crazy planetary activity, Mars retrograde coming up among other things. We've got Uranus retrograde right now, some more tense aspects coming up. So yeah, our next higher self card is the Shekinah, sacred self. So hold on to hope. Again, do what you can to stay connected with your spirituality, your higher self, listening to your intuition. And our final higher self card is the Magician. So much Mercury energy in this reading. So you know what you need to do. All the skills you've been gathering, all the tools you've been gathering, you're absolutely on track with that. And you are entering a time where you are going to come back into your personal power in a gigantic way. So keep listening to the patterns that you know need to be broken, because really, once you kick those for good, you are going to step into your power in such a, gigantic way. I keep saying that, but it's really true. And yeah, you're really ready to take the lead with something that you've wanted to do for a long time. Amazing. So we had 3 major arcanas, and they add up to number 7, which is the Chariot. So yeah, you are really settling into your will at this point. You are really ready to nurture your next direction. We had 2 Swords cards, the 10 and the Knight. So you've almost already made the decision to break this pattern, and it's just about acting on it. Easy as that. The 1 of Wands card, the 3 of Wands reversed. So keep looking at the ways you've been communicating, and act on the new ways that you want to be expressing yourself in a much kinder, gentler way. The 1 Pentacles, the reverse 9. So you're ready to put the work in. And the 1 Cups reversed Ace. You are so ready to listen to what's been poured out and flow in the direction of much greater happiness. So the gaps in the reading add up to 35, which is an 8 numerologically. And so you have all the strength you need to really rock this. You have met your inner beasts eye to eye, and you have accessed the inner strength you need to really push through and make your life work for you. Especially coming from a much sort of gentler perspective. You are really ready to lay down your weapons and live a much calmer, more stable life once we return to center. Yay! So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe. Share if you think other people will enjoy it. And yeah, you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. The links to those will be below. If you're interested in a private reading, you can check out my Etsy shop. The link to that will also be below. And yeah, that's it for today. Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies, keep your hearts open, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.